Hello, welcome to Mindfulness for Little Calm Day 3. I want to talk a little bit today about expectations and managing expectations. When people think of people who meditate or practice mindfulness a lot, you'll tend to picture someone like Yoda from Star Wars, or a little Chinese guy or Oriental guy sitting on a hillside, legs crossed, arms crossed, little Fu Manchu beard, And I think one thing that's definitely true in life is expectations suck. They do not make us happier. Whether it's our expectations of other people, of whether we're going to have a good time, whether the film's going to be excellent, whether the meal's going to be the best meal ever. The greater our expectations, the harder it is to reach them, the more likely we are to be disappointed. I mean, how many of us actually like it when people have high expectations of us? We like to set the bar low and then to overachieve. In my own experience at the moment, I don't know what to expect doing this. This is as new to me doing something online as to lots of people doing the mindfulnesses. And I mean, I have no mobile phone. I don't have any social media accounts. I'm not good with scripted or prepared stuff in any way. So this has to be very much, I pick a topic and kind of see what comes out. I don't know what to expect, and I'm okay with that. I've made peace with that. This will either be something that's useful for people, or something that's not going to be useful for people. Either way, it's okay. I don't have to have any other expectations of it. So when you think about your practice, think about what expectations you have of it. What's your expectation that doing mindfulness will be like? What do you think the experience of it's going to be like? Take a moment to kind of think about how you expect to feel when you're doing it. Take a moment to think about what you expect the benefits to be of doing it. I mean, were you expecting to be levitating already, or moving things with your mind? And whatever they are, and I really would like to take a couple of minutes to think about your expectations, I'd like you to put your expectations down for 6 weeks. By all means, write down your expectations, but I would like you to write them down so you can put them down and put them to one side, and then just go with the flow for the next 6 weeks. And the next 6 weeks, and I say 6 weeks because that's been shown to be a really good sort of time frame for getting people into the rhythm of doing something. And one of the keys to doing it is going to be valuing your experience. Your experience of your practice will be as valuable to you as my experience of my practice is to me. It just won't be the same experience. Now, this is not like the new agey or modern thing of everyone is, everything is equally valued. Jimmy, who came 5th out of 5 on the sports day, did just as well as Johnny did. No, he didn't actually. He lost. If you're 5th out of 5, you lost. If you're 1st out of 5, you've won. And in society, what we've tried to say is, but we should value, we value them as much for losing as we do for winning. It's like, actually, I think we lost that argument the moment we started it. The real argument is, I value you just as much as an individual, whether you can run or not, whether you can hold a tune, whether you are, intellectually brilliant, whether you're a scientist, whether you're somebody who, who stays at home and cooks. You are of as much of value regardless of what you do. Teaching kids that the status within something just undermines that. And your experience of doing mindfulness will be of great value to you. It will be your experience. And learning to value that is really important. There are no absolutes. You will not get this wrong. Yes, you will get more comfortable with it, and you'll learn different techniques, and you'll tweak how you do things. And that's great. But it doesn't mean that the experience that went before was wrong. It just means it was another experience. It's kind of really important to kind of get that. Okay. So when you think about that a little, that would be a really good thing to do. Manage your expectations. Settle into the idea of, I'm going to do this practice regularly, and I'm going to put down my expectations for a while. So then, like yesterday, I'll assume you found somewhere to sit comfortably, where you're warm and you feel safe, and you're not going to be disturbed. And then when you're ready, we'll begin. And we begin by moving our attention to our feet. And just notice how your feet feel. Allow yourself to be aware of your feet. And as you're aware of your feet, I'd like you to close your eyes. And that just heightens your attention on your feet. Be really conscious of your feet and how they feel, the connection they make to the ground, or any surface they're in contact with, the sensations of any socks or shoes that you're wearing. Just allow yourself to be really aware of your feet. And then draw your attention to your knees. And I'd like you to be aware of your knees. And just take a moment to be fully conscious of how your knees feel. And then allow your attention to go to your seat. Move your attention to your seat. See how your seat feels. See how that connection feels when you feel what it's like to really feel what it's like to be sitting or sat in the posture that you're in. Then allow your attention to move to your low back and notice how your low back feels. And then allow your attention to move to your mid back. Notice how your mid back feels. And then allow your attention to move to your upper back and notice how your upper back feels. And now move your attention to your shoulders. Really let yourself feel how your shoulders feel. How the tops of your shoulders feel, and the front part of your shoulders, and the back part of your shoulders. And just really notice how your shoulders feel. And then allow your attention to move to your arms. Allow yourself to be aware of your arms as they hang at the sides of your body. Just notice how your arms feel. And then allow your attention to move to your hands. Allow yourself to be aware of your hands. And let yourself be aware of how your hands feel. Notice any sensations in your hands. And then allow your attention to move your head. Notice how your head feels. Notice the weight of your head. Just be conscious of your head. And then allow your attention to move to your breath. Notice your breath. Just notice the fact you're breathing. Pick up that breathing rhythm and just flow with it. Don't try and control the breathing rhythm. Don't try and change it. Don't try and make it deeper or slower. Just allow it to be. Allow it to be whatever rhythm it is, and just follow that breath. Breathing in and breathing out. Feel yourself settling into that flow. Feeling yourself settling into that flow of rhythm that's held by your breath as you breathe in and as you breathe out. Really flow with it. Really follow it. Let it carry your attention as you breathe in and as you breathe out. And if you got distracted by now, don't worry about it. Just notice that your attention is elsewhere and draw your attention back to your breath. Pick up your breath wherever it is. Just follow that cycle. Your breath's an incredibly steady, reliable rhythm. It's a reliable metronome. It has that cycle, has that flow. Just settle into it. Settle into a relationship with your breath as you breathe in and out. And if you get distracted by a sound or another thought, that's fine. When you notice you've been distracted, draw your attention back to your breath. Pick up your breath wherever it was and just follow it again as you breathe in and out. Really settling into your breath as you breathe in and as you breathe out. Enjoying your attention being carried by your breath as you breathe in and as you breathe out. And as we come towards the end of the practice, with your eyes still closed, allow your attention to move from your breath back to your head. Draw your attention up to your head and notice how your head feels. Starting at the front of your head, your face, notice how that feels. And allow your attention to move to the sides of your head. Allow yourself to be aware of how they feel. And then the back of your head. And then just take a sense of how the whole of your head feels. And then allow your attention to settle on your shoulders. Be aware of how settled your shoulders feel. Notice how they feel as you're breathing in and out. Notice how the front of your shoulders feel, and the top of your shoulders feel, and the back of your shoulders feel. Just really settle your attention into your shoulders. Then allow your attention to move into your arms. Notice how your arms feel as they hang from your shoulders. Notice how they rest against the sides of your body or whatever surfaces they're in contact with. Notice any sensations in your shoulders and your arms as they rest. And then notice how your hands feel, however they settle, whatever they're touching, just notice how your hands feel. Then draw your attention back to your upper back and notice how your upper back feels. Allow yourself to be fully aware and conscious of your upper back. And then draw your attention to your mid back and notice how your mid back feels. And then draw your attention to your lower back and allow yourself to feel how your lower back feels. And then allow your attention to move into your seat. Notice how settled your seat feels. Notice how steady things feel on your seat. And just be aware of your seat as you sit there, and aware of how steady and supported you feel. And draw your attention to your knees. Allow yourself to be aware of how your knees feel, and any sensations in your knees. And then allow your attention to move to your feet. So finally let your attention settle in your feet where they started. to be aware of the connection your feet are making to any surfaces they touch. Be aware of how steady your feet are. Just notice your feet for a moment. And then as we come to the end of the practice, you can open your eyes when you're ready. So, hopefully that was helpful again to people. Hopefully people are starting to get a sense of what it's like to do a practice. We're not looking for variety at the moment, we're looking just for consistency and repetition and feeling comfortable in what you're doing. Do take a moment, as I say, to just think about your expectations and just to manage those a little. And I shall be back again tomorrow on what will be day 4 of the lockdown. So until then, I hope you have a really good day and speak to you soon.